Hey guys, how are you? I'm going to talk a little bit in this post about what I've been doing in the last week to help myself resist any infections, whether they be from cuts or gut problems or respiratory problems up here in the Northern Rivers while we're cleaning out homes. So this is for the people, and there are many people asking what I'm doing, what they can do as a protocol to minimize their risk, or if they've got something going on, even help it. There's so many things you could talk about, and if you're out cleaning, and I know so many of us are, I know you'll be able to relate to this, but what I've noticed is that, firstly, how do I start? I did learn the first day that we've got to have our nails really short. I actually thought I'd washed them really well and had a meal the first day and saw all the mud after that. So that ain't a good way to keep pathogens out. The other one I'd say also is that at the end of the day, check your cuts, clean them really well, use betadine, hydrogen peroxide, whatever you do, dress them well. If there's little cuts there before you head out again the next day, we're in water most of the day, so it's a long time for them not only to stay moist and open up again, but also get infected. So what I've noticed also is that if you get into a place that, let's say it's been 2 or 3 days, and you get there and I guess it's festered, that smell of bacteria and germs is really evident. And that's where I'd say a mask for sure. If you feel comfortable with a mask, wear it all the time, but I just noticed that couldn't get the oxygen in. But what I noticed when it was like that, having that mask really helps when you're lifting up carpet and lounges and mattresses and all this sort of stuff, and mud flicks in your face, and it goes in your eyes and your mouth and nose. So if we can stop that, that's great. If it does, have some water at the time, rinse your mouth out, wash it out, clean at the time. That's the idea as well. Just don't leave it there all day and risk you taking that in. We've got to also remember that when we get to other places, which we've actually been hitting not long after the water's receded, that a lot of these places like Wardell and Broadwater and Woodburn are surrounded by cane fields. So you're getting the runoff and the pesticides, your heavy metals. Yesterday there had been a diesel spill and you could smell that everywhere. Petrol, all sorts of stuff is out there. So there's that whole necessity to have some sort of mechanism to detox or get that stuff out ASAP. And that's what I've been getting a lot of questions about. So what do, I go back to my binders, okay? Chlorela's unreal, coconut charcoal, glutathione, if you've got some. Iodine's really good, Nascent iodine. If you're in the Byron area, get all these from Jing. They're amazing. They stock it. Also, while you're there, get yourself Terraflora, a really good spore-based probiotic. Because when we're talking about the germs again, what do we want to do? We want to kill the bad guys naturally, obviously, because we don't have an infection yet, so you wouldn't go out and take an antibiotic. But you can take things such as a good oregano oil. You can take a product that Jing has also called Ozonide Delta. And at the same time, introduce the good guys, okay, such as your probiotics. I love Seed and I love Just Thrive and I take them all the time, but it might take a while to get to Australia at the moment. And of course, if ever there's a time to eat well, this is it. If you've got some pathogen going on there, some process that your body's dealing with it probably will deal with it successfully. It's no point having sugar or having lots of alcohol and stuff that's going to feed that. Get an early night, keep your stress down. High stress causes cortisol to be elevated, which is pro-inflammatory. Look, there's so many tips, okay? What else? I'm getting home, have a really good wash all my clothes. I get, obviously, soap first, but then I jump in a warm bath. Actually, after a sauna, if you've got a sauna, have a sauna sweat, but in a warm bath with hydrogen peroxide. And that's something I've done for a long time anyway, just as a disinfectant. As those pores open, you actually do take that in, and it's a really good, I guess, as I said, it's a good antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal strategy. There's so much more, and I've already spoken for 4.5 minutes, but just before I go, congrats to everyone. It's so beautiful to see everyone doing what they're doing and out, just helping people, and just see how the whole community is getting beside each other, I should say, and attacking this. So hopefully the info can help. Please think about it before you get sick. Infections can happen really fast. Hydrate when you're out there. If you're eating, make sure you're taking your gloves off and clean with alcohol and water first. it's not worth getting an infection. You won't be able to help anyone. All the best.